Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
If you thought that slap was a skit, well, you're not the only one. A lot of people who tuned in to watch this year's Oscars and saw Will Smith walk on stage and smack Chris Rock thought this was some kind of bad joke. But just moments later, the mood changed, and it suddenly became clear Will wasn't playing around. This is definitely one of those moments that'll go down in pop culture history, so let's break down what happened. The 94th Academy Awards saw Ariana DeBose become the first openly queer woman of color to win an Oscar, and Troy Kotsur become the first male deaf actor to win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. However, these historic moments were overshadowed by a nasty altercation between Will Smith and Chris Rock. While Chris was presenting the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature, he made a joke about Will Smith's wife, Jada, which prompted Will to get up from his seat, march on stage, and slap Chris across the face. So what did Chris say that prompted Will to slap him in the middle of the Oscars ceremony? Back in 2018, Jada revealed that she'd been diagnosed with alopecia, a medical condition that causes hair to fall out from some or all areas of the body, and often results in a few bald spots on the head. Jada discussed her diagnosis during an episode of her Facebook watch show, Red Table Talk, and described just how terrified she felt when her hair started falling out.
Why I've been wearing this turban?
Yeah.
Well, I've been having issues with hair loss. And I'm gonna tell you, it was terrifying when it first started. You know, I was in the shower one day and then just handfuls of hair just in my hands. And I was just like, oh my God, am I going bald?
Then in July 2021, Jada debuted a fresh buzz cut and said her daughter Willow inspired her to shave her hair off. Then in December that same year, Jada shared a video on Instagram and said she was starting to embrace her diagnosis. "Mama's gonna have to take it down to the scalp so nobody thinks she got brain surgery or something," Jada wrote in the caption, adding, "Me and this alopecia are going to be friends, period." Ahead of the 2022 Oscars, Jada rocked her shaved hair look at the Critics' Choice Awards, completed with a diamond headpiece with 53 diamonds worth a cool $46,250. And this brings us to the 94th Academy Awards, which were broadcast live on March 27th, 2022. Jada made a statement in a billowing green Jean Paul Gaultier gown, and her buzz cut perfectly complemented her dewy, glowing skin. Everyone who saw Jada walk the red carpet at the Oscars thought she looked absolutely stunning, and fans flocked to social media to comment on her look. However, no one could have anticipated what happened later that night when Chris Rock made this joke about Jada's bald head.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay.
For those who don't know, Chris was referencing G.I. Jane in a 1997 movie starring Demi Moore as Jordan O'Neill, the first woman to undergo Navy SEAL training. And what's interesting is that after Chris made this joke, you could clearly see Will laughing. However, the camera then zoomed in on Jada, who rolled her eyes at the joke, and after seeing Jada's reaction, Will got up on stage and smacked Chris across the face. Chris, however, handled it well, and he tried to defuse the situation, but then Will yelled this.
"Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth!"
I'm going to, okay?
And you could tell by the look on Will's face that he wasn't joking. In fact, he looked incensed with anger and almost on the verge of tears. Moments later, Will won the Oscar for Best Actor for his role in King Richard, and during his acceptance speech, he apologized to the Academy and tried to justify his reaction to Chris's joke by saying he took an example from Serena and Venus Williams' father, Richard.
"I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams."
Of course, celebs and fans alike had a lot to say about this shocking moment, especially Will's problematic comment about love making you do crazy things. And while some of them tried to defend Will by saying Chris crossed the line with his G.I. Jane joke, the majority agreed that nothing can excuse Will's reaction. Will's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air co-star, Janet Hubbard, praised Will for the way he reacted and wrote in a since-deleted Instagram post, "So proud of you. Yes, there is only so much one can take. Sometimes you have to slap back. Celebrate the win. Nothing else matters. Both actions were incorrect, but Chris didn't need to go there. Met him once, it was enough for me. Very mean-spirited. Tiffany Haddish also offered her support to Will and called the moment Will stood up for Jada the most beautiful thing she's ever seen. When I saw a black man stand up for his wife, that meant so much to me, Tiffany told People. As a woman who has been unprotected, for someone to say, keep my wife's name out of your mouth, leave my wife alone, that's what your husband is supposed to do, right? Protect you. However, the majority of celebrities and fans are slamming Will for his over-the-top reaction to a joke, and they're saying nothing can justify violence. Richard Williams, who Will played in his Oscar-winning performance, said in a statement to NBC, "We don't know all the details of what happened, but we don't condone anyone hitting anyone else unless it's in self-defense." Legendary actor and social justice champion George Takei wrote on Twitter, "Many people, especially kids, look up to actors. Because of that, we have an obligation to try to be good role models. With celebrity comes responsibility." Comedian Kathy Griffin tweeted, "Let me tell you something, it's a very bad practice to walk up on stage and physically assault a comedian. Now we all have to worry about who wants to be the next Will Smith in comedy clubs and theaters." Director Rob Reiner said, "Will Smith owes Chris Rock a huge apology. There is no excuse for what he did. He's lucky Chris is not filing assault charges. The excuses he made tonight were bullshit." Many people also called out Will for the way he tried to justify his violent behavior during his acceptance speech. Michael Cohen, columnist for MSNBC, wrote, "Just want to point out that Will Smith saying, 'Love will make you do crazy things' after punching a man on live television is pretty much straight out of the Domestic Abuser Handbook." Author and journalist Amanda de Cadenet agreed and said, "As a reminder, if you hear someone say, 'Love will make you do crazy things,' take note, as that is a big red flag." And though Will later issued a public apology to Chris, fans are saying he only did it because he's afraid the Academy might take away his Oscar. See, after he slapped Chris and then cried while talking about how love will make you do crazy things, Will was seen dancing the night away at the Oscars after party. And then the next day, Will shared an apology via his Instagram that read, "Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally." Will then offered an apology to Chris and said, "I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world," Will continued. "I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for us all. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will." But how did Jada react to Will slapping Chris because of her? Well, on Tuesday, March 29th, Jada shared a message on Instagram that read, "This is a season for healing, and I'm here for it." Now, we're not sure exactly what Jada meant by this, but judging by fans' reactions, they're not here for Will and Jada's statements, and they're saying both of them are massive narcissists. "Given her preferred methods of healing, I'm not sure how that is going to help anyone," one Twitter user commented. And another person said, "Healing? Seriously? Yeah, Chris Rock is healing his cheek with ice after you command Will to do something about the compliment you didn't like. What's wrong with you? That was a hell of a compliment being compared with G.I. Jane." As for Will's public apology the day after the incident, one fan commented, "As you can clearly see in this full clip of the slap, Will was laughing at the joke until he turned to see Jada was not pleased. Then he walked on stage. Jada is a narcissist and Will has a hero complex. Wild stuff." I'm no fan of Chris Rock, but what Will Smith did wasn't honorable and it wasn't defending or protecting Jada Pinkett Smith, one fan added. "It was a narcissist exemplifying toxic masculinity. I hate celebrity culture so much." And another Twitter user wrote, "Let me clarify for you. Chris Rock did not mock someone with a disability. Alopecia is not a disability. He did not mock her for having alopecia. He did not disrespect or attack her. He made a joke. Jada and Will are narcissists." But if you thought that was wild, wait till you watch this next video.